4, 3, 2, 1. We are live. Welcome everybody to Grounded, my Q&A live stream podcast, episode 23, I believe today. Today is September 21st, 2021. It is 9 p.m. Welcome everybody. So today we're going to be talking about some Tesla news. Oh, let me get this going for you. I got a few things queued up for the news for anybody listening on the podcast. I like to kind of get some, audio out there for you so you have some things to listen to. And then we're going to talk about some other stuff, a little bit about the channel. Got my new GoPro, should be here tomorrow. And then I also wanted to take a close look. If you're watching, you can see I have the visualization up behind me here. I wanted to take a close look at that. We could kind of check it out and, and see what it's looking like. So first off, let's look at just a couple of these interesting stories I pulled up. So this one about an MIT study finds Tesla drivers become inattentive when autopilot is active. So this was from a few days ago or yesterday or something like that. And I didn't dig too much into it, but they say like visual behavior patterns change before and after autopilot disengagement. The study reads, before disengagement, drivers looked less on road and focused more on non-driving related areas compared to after the transition to manual driving. The higher proportion of off-road glances before disengagement to manual driving were not compensated by longer glances ahead. So it's basically saying like people that use autopilot are doing other things other than staring at the road just as much. And so, of course, there's going to be some truth to this because the car is taking over some of the driving tasks. Hello, everybody. Yeah, exactly. Ben says, who would have guessed that? LOL. Of course, the car is doing some of the work for you. Of course, with autopilot, you're still fully responsible. And it is only a level 2 system, but the car is capable and it's very good at keeping you in your lane, centered, and keeping your speed. Now, of course, accidents can happen just like they do with people, so you have to pay attention, but the car is very good at that. So, of course, people are going to be, pretty good about, or people are going to look at other things, right, and put their attention on other things. I don't think this is too important. It's interesting. Studies are to get information, but I think the main thing is that if people are having less accidents with autopilot, that's the main thing, to know and to learn. And Tesla has shown, now it is can be a bit of biased info because it's coming straight from Tesla, but Tesla has shown in their data that in Tesla vehicles using autopilot, there's less accidents. And, that's a fact. So pretty interesting, but I don't think it really means too much. It seems like there's been a lot of stories like really ragging on autopilot and full self-driving lately. I'm not sure if that's because of the rollout coming soon of the button, but pretty strange. So you probably saw this one. This just came out today. Ford recalls the Mustang Mach-E over risk of glass roof falling off. And Ford had mocked Tesla. Let me see if I can find the quote. They had mocked Tesla for this earlier because there was a video and I think it was real, but I never saw confirmation that it was real, where somebody was like driving down the highway in their new Model Y, I believe it was, and they were filming and like the glass roof was just gone. They said it had flown off. I'm pretty sure it was real, but yeah, it's so funny. So yeah, Ford has now a recall on the same thing. And I think that was one Model Y. And I think Tesla maybe did call some people back to double check the glass. Yeah, it was real. I thought it was real. I think Tesla did call back some people to double check, the sealant on the glass of those Model Y, on some Model Y VINs. But yeah, pretty funny. I mean, not funny, but it's just like, shouldn't have called them out. Now you're having like the same problem. And on its own, like, yeah, manufacturing has problems when you mass produce something. Not that Ford is making that many Mach-E's, but when you mass produce something, sometimes things go wrong. So, and then what was this one? Oh, this was funny, but it's stupid. This is from some random website. So, and there's no pictures or anything, but it's from, I guess, a suspect in a hit and run. He was a Tesla driver. He hit and he ran. They found him trying to charge his car. So the driver of a red Tesla is accused of intentionally hitting a pedestrian in Moses Lake Sunday afternoon, then fleeing. But the police said they were able to quickly track him down because one of the officers determined that the best place to find an electric vehicle was at or near a charging station. Police say the unidentified suspect was arrested while trying to charge his vehicle by illegally using an electrical outlet next to the post office. That's just ridiculous. So I don't know. This is kind of like some random website, but it is quoting this police department. So the suspect driver was so concerned about charging his vehicle that he forgot to wipe off the handprints that the victim had left after being struck and rolling onto the hood of the car. Police say the victim suffered minor bumps, bruises, and cuts. The suspect was booked into the Grant County Jail on charges of second-degree felony assault hit and run. Oof. Wow. Yeah, that guy is pretty strange. in some pretty big trouble. So, yeah, pretty crazy. He's trying to charge his car after hitting somebody. Not the best move. And then, so a Michigan related thing. Today, I got sent this by like coworkers, and even my wife Stephanie texted this to me. Our governor said Michigan is going to develop the nation's first wireless charging infrastructure on public road. This project will help us support more electric vehicle use, boost our economy, and protect our environment. So something about, they want to build wireless EV chargers into the road, which, I respect the, trying something new, and it is good to invest in research and developing these types of things. That's a good thing. But I don't think, let me pause this. I don't think that's a great use of money. Yeah, Ben is saying that's so stupid. Yeah, I don't think it's a good idea. Again, I think the investment into trying something and researching, because you never know what you discover that can be useful out of that. But the money would be much more well spent putting charging in at destinations, where people can just park, and then good old Governor Whitmer, people can just park and then plug their car in. Like, that makes a lot more sense to me. Your money would be much more effective doing that. If you're putting this on highways, then the amount of charge you're going to get is not going to be enough to offset the amount of battery you're using. Now, of course, you could go farther. But yeah, that, and then if you're putting it in cities, if you're driving slowly and maybe in a lot of stop and go traffic, it could then theoretically charge your car faster than what you're using in that slow driving. But yeah, I don't know. It doesn't seem like a very good idea to me. Especially like in Michigan, I get so many comments on my videos of like, what is wrong with your roads? People see our roads are torn apart. Like, we can't even maintain normal roads, and they're going to add all this complexity to the road system. It's just not a good idea, in my opinion. But it'll be interesting to see what comes of it. The other thing to think about is every stop sign now charges your car. The other thing to think about is, as far as I know, no electric vehicles today, I don't need these headphones, no electric vehicles being produced today have that built into the car. So no Teslas have wireless charging capabilities, no Fords, no GM vehicles. So of course, vehicles coming up could add those, but you want people to get rid of their cars and get new cars. That's worse for sustainability, changing cars all the time, than just keeping your old gas car. So this turn was difficult on the visualization here. So, or this going straight here. Yeah. So I don't know. I don't think that's a very good idea, but it's interesting to think about. Okay. So anyway, what do I have in the title here? What are we talking about? So Full Self-Driving Beta 10 and the button. So let's talk about the button first. I think that's probably what most people are interested in. So in my last video, I mentioned that it was going to be this Friday, that it sounded like, because, Elon Musk said a week from Friday, we're going to, the button's going to come out and blah, blah, blah. And I think I was wrong. It was very confusing because I thought his tweet was on Thursday. And so, like late Thursday. And so that would be, a week from Friday would be the next day is Friday. Then in a week, it would be out. But I'm pretty sure that he actually made that tweet like 2 a.m. on Friday or something like that. So I think it was very early Friday morning. So I don't think it's going to be, today's Tuesday. So I don't think it's going to be in 3 days. I think it's going to be next Friday, which was the, you can't say original projected date because that was like back in March, but he originally said, can my 2004 truck get the button? No, it cannot. Elon originally said, version 10 came out, and he said, yeah, 10.1 will be out in 3 weeks with the button. And so it seems that we're still on track for that. So I think it'll be a week from this Friday coming up. So the Friday that's in, 3 days from now, it'll be a week from then. I am going to work on a video about what you need to do to get to probably get beta. Now, I guess, okay, let's talk about, so nobody's, 100% sure on anything ever until it's in your car, right? So the button, should be here then. So let's assume the button shows up. It'll be, according to older comments of Elon's, it'll be in the service menu. Okay, great. So you go in the service menu and you click this button. Now, according again to Elon, it will monitor your driving for 7 days after you push it. So you push this button and then it requests permission. Can we monitor your driving? Just like a lot of insurance companies do with these little things you can plug into the OBD port. And then they monitor your acceleration and braking. And then you do that for a week or a month or something. And then they'll give you a rate. They'll give you a better rate if you're a good driver, and they'll give you a worse rate if you're a bad driver. So Tesla has their own algorithm and everything, and they're going to judge your driving basically over the next 7 days. And there's a lot of jokes about we have Teslas, they're really fast and it's fun to hit the accelerator, and now we have to drive like grandmas. Well, how Tesla does it is they compare it, from my understanding, they compare it to their fleet. So it's not just like, if you go 0 to 60, in, let's say your car is capable of going 0 to 60 in 4 seconds. If you go 0 to 60 in 5 seconds every day, it's like, that's pretty fast, man. That's, not safe. Well, if the whole fleet, everybody goes 0 to 65 seconds every day, then you're average, so that, you don't stick out either way. So how we can game the system is all the Tesla owners agree, just floor it as much as you can. So what constitutes a good and a bad driver? So like I said, I'm going to make a video about all of this, but I'll bring up my list here. I have some notes. Let me bring up my list really quick of things that Tesla's going to look at. So first on the list is number of autopilot strikeouts. So what is an autopilot strikeout? It's basically if you are, you get the warning, hands on the wheel. If you ignore that and you get kicked out of autopilot and put in autopilot jail, that's a strikeout. That's very bad. That's probably very, very bad because you're not paying attention to the system. You're not using it appropriately. So I think that would be one of the worst offenses. Also, if, you go over autopilot's set limit. So in vision only cars, it's 80 miles per hour. In radar cars, it's 90 miles per hour. If you're on autopilot, say going 90, and you hit the accelerator and you go past that, you'll get kicked out. You'll get put in autopilot jail. That's probably really bad. You probably don't want to do that. And then the other things are number of forward collision warnings, lane departure warnings, ABS activations, time spent within 1 second of the car in front of you, time spent within 3 seconds of the car in front of you, acceleration variance, so like how hard you're accelerating. And so those things, and then the other one that I think is very important is how often you're on autopilot. And No says, I've been in autopilot jail a lot. That doesn't matter. What matters is going forward. So you're going to click that button. It's going to ask permission, and then it's going to monitor you for 7 days. So in that, wow, look at all those pedestrians in this visualization. That's cool. So I don't get to look at these visualizations like that much. This is, I have a full screen on my monitor. It looks so cool. Those are ABS is automatic braking system. So like if you brake hard on ice or something and it's, it pulses the brakes so your brakes don't lock up, that means you're braking really hard and really late. You don't want ABS to be going off. So again, now I want to stress those are things that Tesla monitors with their insurance program. It doesn't mean those will all be important. In my opinion, the most important will be do not get any autopilot strikeouts. Your hand should always be on the wheel, especially because in beta, you've seen it in some of my videos, beta is way more free than the public build that you're used to, where if you're driving straight, the nav, look at this visualization we're looking at right now on the screen. The nav is straight. All of a sudden, the car can decide, you know what, I'm going to turn right here. It does it. It's very rare, but it has happened to me since I've had the beta, I don't know, less than 10 times, I would say. But if your hand's not on the wheel, yeah, Jimmy, put it on 2x, you'll catch up. If your hand's not on the wheel and it decides to do one of those maneuvers, you might be screwed. So you really want to be careful. Now, those types of things may be cleared up with 10.1. We really don't know. As to who will get in. So let's say you press the button. Elon also said you'll be able to see it live, like the analysis. So I hope I get it too. I would like to do it. Even though I'm already in the beta, I would still like to see how it judges me. He said you'll be able to see live what you need to do to get a better standing. Now, with that amount of information that people have, there's going to be a lot of competition, especially if it's telling you like, use autopilot more or whatever. It's very easy to be like, I'll just listen to this and do what it says, especially for 7 days. That's not that long of a time when the reward especially is full self-driving beta. So I don't think that this is totally me guessing. Nobody knows yet. I don't think you hit the button and then you pass the test and you get beta. I think there will be a pool of people that hit the button, pass the test, and then they're in the pool. and Tesla will slowly roll out to them. So, the interesting thing about this is we have 10.1 coming Friday. Thank you, NH Barracks. Is the 7 days starting after you request it or previous 7 days? It's after you request it. So you press the button for the request. Tesla asks your permission to monitor your data, and then they will start checking. So you have 7 days. It'll tell you live how you're doing. So I'm just guessing. Listen, Kevin. Kevin says, "Oh, dirty, don't say that. Don't limit the pool. People will go insane." This is my guess. I'm pretty sure I'm right here. So here's what's going to happen. A week from Friday, 10.1 is going to come out. Then it's going to monitor people for 7 days. So Tesla has minimum 7 days to really see how 10.1 is doing before they roll it out more. Now, if Elon goes back and says like, "Oh, we're not going to, we can't yet," or something, people are going to lose their minds. And I don't blame them. Like, they're going to lose their minds. That's what's going to happen. But if Tesla really looks at the data and sees, "Oh, you know what, this isn't ready," there's statistics on how often it makes mistakes and how likely it would be for an accident to happen with 2,000 people or 10,000 people or 100,000 people, right? If Tesla looks at that data and says it's not worth the risk because there's probably going to be an accident if we wide release this, they're not going to do it. It's as simple as that. And like, I don't, if you don't drive, no full self-driving. Yeah, you'll probably have to drive for sure. They need data to monitor. So again, this is all me guessing, but I'm pretty sure. So 10.1 will come out. Tesla will have 7 days of people, driving nicely for their algorithm. Then Tesla will start rolling it out. I'm pretty sure there will be a pool of, the top 1% of drivers who pass the test. This was a cool moment when it stopped for that truck. And then Tesla will randomly distribute it. Maybe people that are there are people in early access who still don't have beta. So I would assume they would get it first. Who knows? That's just kind of me assuming things. Then once things prove okay, they'll keep rolling it out. Now, the biggest thing, yeah, exactly. Yeah, Luke put it well. I love how worried everyone is about getting FSD. Just follow the rules Tesla tells you for 7 days. That's it. You do everything you can. Hopefully you get it. I lost my train of thought. But what was I going to say? Oh, that was really good. It'll come back to me. So, yeah, I think it'll still be. Oh, that was what it was. The thing that I'm happiest about that Elon said is if you don't use it appropriately, it will be taken away. So we already know this isn't a wide release like Autopilot is, right? That comes basic with the car because people abuse Autopilot. Now let's put this in context. People abuse their cars every day. People drink and drive. People fall asleep at the wheel. It's not a Tesla thing. It's a human thing. People abuse their Autopilot sometimes. We've seen it plenty of times, and Tesla doesn't take it away. I don't know, maybe legally there is a way they can do that, but let's just say they can't do that because you bought it. It's yours. If you abuse it, it's not Tesla's responsibility. It's, the police will arrest you if you're in the back seat or not wearing your seatbelt or something. Yeah, Ben, basically Tesla's rule is don't be stupid. So Elon said if people misuse it, it will be taken away, which is very exciting for me. I'm very glad because people have been kicked out of the beta. I don't know any details, but Elon said it on Twitter. He said, we've removed people from the beta already for misusing it. They weren't using it appropriately. So because this is like a limited rollout and you have to pass a little insurance test or whatever, you got to do good with the algorithm, then it gets sent to you. Tesla definitely can yank it from you and say like, "Oh, you got, you got the red hands." That was good timing. You got the red hands too much. We're taking this away. Right. Or, hey, we saw in the cabin camera, you're looking at your phone constantly. Like, no, you can't use beta. This is not, you're not using it correctly. We told you what to do and you're abusing it. So that's really exciting. Now, when it's wide release, that would say, yeah, too many idiots, though, you can't control them. No, you can't. And Tesla's doing their best to control them, right? Even in this, 2,000 person rollout, which it's got to be more than that because we've seen other people get added. But, somewhere around 2,000 people. Somebody I could be a total idiot. Tesla did send it to me and I had been making Autopilot videos for 2.5 years when they sent it to me. So there was some evidence there that I was being responsible with the system, but I could have just been some crazy guy that was like, oh my gosh, yes, let's go abuse this and short Tesla stock. I mean, it's possible. So that could happen, but Tesla's doing their best. So yeah. Fanatic guide. A drunk Model 3 owner got a DUI recently while on Autopilot. That's a them problem, not a Tesla problem. Exactly. And Autopilot probably saved their butt too, because they didn't crash. So yeah. All right. Let me start answering some of your questions. Guys probably have a lot. I have not really been looking at the chat much. So go ahead and spam me with your questions, but starting now, try not to ask them repeat. I'll do my best to get to them, but try not to spam them too much. So does use Autopilot more mean navigate on Autopilot, or is it a combo of tack and nav on Autopilot? I would say like base Autopilot counts for that too. Just a guess. But if you're in Autopilot, meaning auto steer, meaning the car's doing the steering, I think you're good. I think Tesla will really like that. What about if you go a bunch of miles? Would that be bad because you're more likely to have an accident? Paradox Plays. That's a good question. I don't have an answer for you. Please no spam. I don't have an answer for you. I don't think Tesla would see that as a negative. If anything, you would hope it's a positive because they want more data. But for insurance calculations, of course, it's a negative if you drive more miles, because just statistically, even if you're the best driver in the world, you're more likely to get in an accident from, either you making a mistake or someone around you. So I don't think miles would. Yeah, this is the drive from my last video. Yeah, that's what you're looking at here. Did 10.1 get delayed? I thought it was out this Friday. I think it's a week from Friday. It did not get delayed. I mean, it wouldn't be delayed until Elon's like, oh, sorry, it was supposed to come out tonight, but it'll be out next week or something. I think there was just a little weirdness with his tweet timing. I got confused and some others got confused. So I'm pretty sure it'll be a week from Friday, which let me just say a date for you. So Friday is the 24th. So October 1st, it looks like. October 1st. So they're missing the quarter. That's unfortunate, but yeah, so I think October 1st. I'm not answering that, Rob. Nice question. Would you need to use full self-driving a lot during the 7 days, even though it doesn't operate as good as current versions? I think you definitely want to be on Autopilot as much as you can, for sure. And if you're using it responsibly, like taking over Autopilot isn't a negative. If it, does something wrong, that's why you're still in the driver's seat, because it's not perfect and it can't handle everything. So you taking over isn't going to be a negative. But it's just how it is. So I would use Autopilot as much as you can, for sure. Appropriately, I wouldn't go to downtown, and turn Autopilot on, because it has a lot more chance of failure, right? But if you're on the highway, like, just use it 99.9% of the time, unless it, goofs up. I've done this, the person's name. I've done these insurance telematics before, like Progressive, Snapshot, and Travelers, and scored very high. Big key is not braking hard, so keeping distance to avoid hard braking. Yeah, that's probably one of the big ones, is you don't want to brake hard. And not only does Tesla monitor your braking, they can see way more data than any insurance company can. And one of the things that they're going to be checking is your distance from the car in front of you. So in driving school, I learned, things may be different now, but the minimum distance you want between you and the car in front of you is 2 seconds. And how can you tell? You look for a marking in the road, like, a line in the middle or something, and you just count Mississippi or whatever you count. And if that object touches your car earlier than 2 seconds, you're too close. It's as simple as that. So Tesla can see you don't want to be too close to the car in front of you. I mean, it's just as simple as that. That's very dangerous in any situation. So they'll be monitoring that, not just your braking. Jimmy Snow, I accidentally ran a red light recently and I'm relieved it won't count against me. Yeah, that's no good. And again, like, will Tesla include that in the calculation? I don't think so, but they know. They know if you do that. So it's funny. Rich, let's be honest, people who buy things don't have to be smart. A lot of people are not smart. Smart people want to keep what they buy for a long time. Yeah, I don't exactly know what you mean by that, but you're saying that just because they can afford it doesn't mean they're going to use it properly, I'm guessing. That's true. Is your Model Y vision only, Travis? Yes, my Model Y has no radar in it, so it's a vision only system. Isn't that setting following distance to 2? Cynthia. So Cynthia's asking about the following distance. So the following distance number that you can set is pretty arbitrary. It's different depending on who, or what speed you're going. So on the highway, a following distance of 2 is a lot farther back than on, like, if you're going 25 miles an hour, a following distance of 2 is not as far back. So I would probably keep, if you're using Autopilot, honestly, I would keep the following distance pretty high, because there's not going to be like I assume there wouldn't be a penalty to being, the highest following distance when on Autopilot. But if you keep your following distance on 1 or 2, there may be a penalty. I don't know. But I would just err on the side of caution for this 7 days. So. Hey, Brian, how you doing? You're good, and we got plenty of time left. Gabriel, do you think full self-driving beta 10.1 will come to Canada at the same time? No, probably not. Sorry. I don't think so. Nep, AP stops abruptly all the time. Heartbreaking comment. Hopefully that won't count against me. Yeah, I know, Nep. That you hope they would see if it's a phantom brake because autopilot's on. Yeah, I usually have depending, of course, on the situation, I usually have my foot on the accelerator, not the brake. If there's pedestrians around or cyclists or whatever, then definitely my foot's over the brake. But if I'm just driving on a normal road, my foot is hovering over the accelerator. I would think that, I don't know, I never experienced much phantom braking in my experience, but I know that a lot of people have that problem. It's very common for people to talk about phantom braking, especially with the vision systems. I just haven't had much of it. And especially in beta, like especially with 10, 10 is way better with the phantom braking than 9.2 was. I hesitate to call it phantom braking because I'd get these little slowdowns. You know, it's like it would drop from 50 to 47 or 45, you know, which is still dumb and I don't want it to do that. But it's not like it would slam on the brakes or something. So yeah, I get these little hiccups. I get way less of those now on 10.0.1, but yeah, you can try recalibrating the cameras. It doesn't take long and it's easy to do. You might as well recalibrate them if you're having any problems. I've done it. I only did it on my Y after I replaced the camera. Ooh, check it out. You guys can see I have my repeater camera. Oh my gosh, I love that I just get to like keep this. Hopefully my other one doesn't mess up because Tesla probably won't cover it since I replaced it myself. But Hassan, you think Tesla will move a camera similar to the B pillar but more forward, better view for left-right turns? You know, this argument is crazy. I'll spend a minute on it because people are so interested. For what Tesla wants to achieve, I don't think they need any more cameras. Now, what do they want to achieve? Well, they want your car to do city streets driving, which is what my car can do right now. They want to roll that out to everyone. Is my car level 5? No. Is my car level 4? No. Is my car level 3? No. But they never said that on their website. If you look at the full self-driving description, the last bullet point they have on there is city streets driving, right? That's exactly what it says, I think. Let me go to the website so I don't misread this. But in my opinion, here's what's going to happen. Once they release full self-driving beta, I don't know what else to call it. We should start calling it city streets or something. But once they release city streets where your car can potentially get you from point A to point B with 0 interventions, so auto steer on city streets. That's all that says. That's the last bullet point in this list of full self-driving capability. Once they release auto steer on city streets, meaning your car can do what my car can do right now. Thank you, Clinton. That's very nice of you. Once they release it, what's going to happen? That's it. They have fulfilled what they said, right? So I think that's what they're aiming for. So for that goal, I don't think you need any more cameras. Now, when you buy FSD, it doesn't say anything about robotaxis on the website. You know, despite what Elon said, I still hope that's coming. But you didn't spend 10,000 or 5,000 or 7,000 and whoa, Jimmy, you didn't spend okay, let me read this from Jimmy. I paid this much for games. I've consumed way less than your channel. You deserve it and millions of subs. Keep it up, dude. Also, do you think they'll still make Y leasers turn in instead of buy option for their robot taxis? Thank you so much, Jimmy. That really appreciate that, man. That's huge. Babies are hungry, so it means a lot. Yeah, they're going to make people turn in their leases. I'm pretty sure they already have done it with the Model 3s. So I don't think they're going to let people keep their lease Ys. I think they're going to stick to that. So, yeah. So, okay. So this camera problem. A lot of people think Tesla needs cameras in the headlights or somewhere up front, pointing right and left. So like, let's pause this video. Look at right here. So the car is turning. Oh, where's my mouse? Let me see here. Can you see my mouse? No, of course you can't. Oh, I can't see it either. What the heck? What if I do this? There, now you can see it. Okay. Wait. Sorry. Let me get my bearings here. What is happening? Okay, so you can see my mouse. No, you can't because it goes away. All right, whatever. So if we look at this visual that you see on here, if you look left and right, the car, like look at where the B-pillar camera is. I'm going to point. See, the B-pillar is like right here. So if you're looking there, if that's where the B-pillar is, thank you so much. No, I really appreciate that. You can see your mouse. It's like lined up with the stop sign. So it can't see over here. It really cannot see over. I have to keep clicking so the mouse doesn't go away. It probably can't see over here very well, right? And this B-pillar's over here. Depending on what's on the road here, I don't remember where I am right now. I'm on, Main Street. There might be some buildings over here. Who knows? Stop making my mouse go away, man. The camera probably can't see here. I mean, you can see these lines don't even exist because the camera probably isn't seeing very well. So, people think they need cameras that are farther up on the car. It wouldn't hurt. Thank you, E4. The man said he has a baby to feed. I got 2 babies to feed. I mean, one, she's over 2 years old now. I probably shouldn't call her a baby, but she's my baby. Hey, Tai, welcome. So people think they need cameras like in the headlights. I do not think Tesla needs that for what they want to achieve. I really don't. I do think cameras in the headlights would help. And there are plenty of times when I'm driving, when the car's driving, and it comes up to, especially an unprotected left, and I'm like, man, I wish the cameras were farther up. Like, I think that. I mean, of course it would help. It's more data. It couldn't hurt. That's the thing. It couldn't hurt. Whoa, come back. Oh, is that the end? Lame. Can we just start again? All right, let's just put it there. So it wouldn't hurt. Now, one elegant solution that I've seen other people talk about here that I think is the easiest solution, because if they did that, it's so hard. Like, would they have to retrofit everybody? All right. I have so many things to talk about this. So number one, y'all super chat and feed the baby. Thank you, Jimmy. Yeah, man. Oh, I wake up at 3 a.m. for these updates. Okay. If Tesla achieves their bullet points on the website, what is this? Oh, it's loading the release notes. If Tesla achieves their bullet points on the website, they don't have to retrofit anything. Okay. You got what you paid for. Hardware 3 can do it. Blah, blah, blah. Let's say hardware 3 can't handle it and hardware 4 comes out. Then they would retrofit it because they would have to make good on whatever. Now, let's say Tesla achieves what they want and they want new hardware on new cars. They don't have to retrofit, okay? Then they can do whatever they want. Who cares? That's fine. If they have to retrofit, I think a great solution, okay? This is the repeater camera on the left and right of the car. It faces backwards, so it looks back. This is like the turn signal right here. Up here. They could put a camera right here. They could make this a new unit, right? And add a camera in right here. Now you have it on the A-pillar, or way ahead of the A-pillar, actually. Or, yeah, right below the A-pillar, I think. You have a new camera here that can look left and right. And if they don't have the processing power, if they don't have the wiring harness, whatever, I don't know what I'm talking about, they can just switch between these 2 cameras. That's just my guess as a layman who doesn't really know that much about cameras and wiring and whatever's going on. Okay, so they have options. Now, more baby food money. Thank you so much. You guys are crazy. I really appreciate it. So I think this is a sweet solution, man. Just put a camera right here. If they need it, just put a camera here. And then you could switch between this camera and this camera as needed, right? If you're going to turn right and left, just turn these babies on. You can see and then make your turn and then you can look back. But again, to achieve what they need, I don't think they need it. I think it would help. It's more data, more cameras. Harry, thank you so much. Not sure if you already answered, but do you think subscription users also get the button? Or only people with the 10,000 package? Yes, subscription users will have access to the button, confirmed by Elon. Yes, that will happen. It must be the LSD. What? What did you say? I'm paying attention now. I'm not paying attention now. Sorry. I was on a rant about these cameras. So, yeah. Derek, thank you. Man, you guys are awesome. Are beta testers currently being monitored with Tesla insurance? I don't know. That we're being monitored, and like our cars send a lot of data back to Tesla. And as I said earlier in the stream, if you were here or not, at least one person has been kicked out. I don't know if it's multiple people have been kicked out, but for abusing, using it inappropriate. I don't know the details. Elon said someone got kicked out. I'm pretty sure it's true. Pearl, your Tesla video satisfy my boyfriend. Oh, wait, I can't. Oh, my gosh. Thank you. I'm glad. Thank you, Pearl. Sean, for Gerber banana flavor. All right. I'm going to text Stephanie right now. I'm texting her Gerber banana flavor because you said that's what it goes towards. And I'm not going to mess around with that. And she's going to be like, what the heck is this text? Unless she's watching. Gerber banana flavor. Sent. Can you see her number? Yeah, you can. Here, look. Gerber banana flavor. I sent it right there. So I said we should chance full self-driving to LSD, limited self-driving. Oh, yeah, change the name. Yeah, actually, I wish they would change the name because like who cares what it's called? The name is totally irrelevant in my opinion. Oh, Tesla Tequila, huh? Actually, you guys are distracting me. Yeah, the name is totally irrelevant. Call it like, I don't know, call it, I don't know, call it keyboard caps. Like who cares? Like call it bread. I really don't care what it's called. Like we know what it does. LSD. That's funny. That's a good name. Check out this. I've been meaning to make a video about this, but if I make a video that's not full self-driving beta, it gets no views and everybody yells at me. Check out this bootleg Tesla Tequila bottle. It's so funny. I've been meaning to make a video about that. Maybe I'll get to it soon. So anyway, put that back in there. Did you like that? You like that bootleg Tesla Tequila bottle? Yeah, I know. No, I was expecting full self-driving when I paid $10K. Well, you will get AliExpress Tesla Tequila. You will get what was on the website, and full self-driving means the car can drive itself around. Maybe not perfectly. Maybe you got to monitor it. You know? So yeah, I'll make a video about it. I've had that thing for months and months and months. I actually forgot I ordered it. It's like one of those Chinese things that you order and it's like, it's bootleg and it costs like nothing. And it didn't cost nothing, but it was way cheaper than, it was Chungus Tequila. It was way cheaper than the Tesla one. And I ordered it. I was like, oh, this might be a scam, but I'll make a video about it either way. And then it showed up like months later and I totally forgot. It's so funny. Okay, back on track. D's question. You guys can spam me with your questions. If I'm missing them, I'm going to miss them. What do you think about Cybertruck's high-resolution camera suite? Will Tesla need to collect all the data again to train more sophisticated neural net for Cybertruck? That's a really good, complicated question that I can't answer for you. I'm not really... Hey, Ari's here. Hello, Ari. He was in the rain. From my understanding, which is limited, they do not need... I have the Z Fold 3. They wouldn't need to retrain it. They would just have better data going into the neural net, right? So the neural net could make its decisions with more data. But at the same time, if it was trained on like a crappy camera and then got a really nice image of like, a cat or whatever, I don't know. I'm not sure. At this part in the video, in this little graphic over here, I'm putting my roof cam on. That's what's going on here. So, my door's opening. That looks funny. We can also talk about Hardware 4. So the rumors for Hardware 4 dating back to last year was that by the end of this year, they were going to start mass production. Now, of course, all of that was before COVID and supply chain issues and all that. So I'm sure it's pushed back. But there was a news story last week or a few days ago where, what was I saying? That you guys are just distracting me with chat. Samsung's building a new chip factory in Texas, like kind of by Gigafactory Texas. So it doesn't matter where they build it, but it's still pretty interesting. So pretty sure, Hardware 4 is coming. Ben says, speaking of rain, I got $20 saying you lose power before Friday. Yeah, we're supposed to get like a ton of rain. And actually from my electric company, I just got a $25 credit because of that 50-hour power outage. They gave me $25. Like, what? It's not enough, but whatever. I didn't actually lose power, so I guess it's fine. Sunny Wins prediction. When do you think full self-driving reach public autopilot? I still think by the end of the year. That's been my guess since I got beta pretty much. Well, probably since like February. USA EV. If they don't do robotaxi, they will get sued so hard. So not an option. I don't know. I don't know about that. I don't agree with you. I mean, maybe, they'll probably get sued, but I don't think anybody's winning anything in that lawsuit. Hate to say. A different name than full self-driving would have prevented so much discussion. Yeah, and you know what? I can't pronounce your name. Yggdrasil? Yggdrasil. I think a lot of what Tesla does is for attention and discussion. And like, look at how many news articles get printed about these guys daily, about anything. Like there's a car accident in a Tesla. Like I just read you a news article about a guy who, had a hit and run in his Tesla. I'm sure 100 of those happened yesterday. I don't know about any of them unless they involve a Tesla. A car crashes. Oh, Tesla, blah. It's in the headline. They just get talked about so much. It's awesome for them. Yeah, Google Ann Arbor. Yeah, Tommy just went by that. 2 to 3 months. Yep. $10,000 is not a joke. No, it is not a joke. How are Giant and Small Baby? They're doing great. They're sleeping away, so they're doing great. Chris, will your wife use the beta? No, she will not. She won't even, she doesn't even like me to use the beta when she's in the car. Now, she hasn't tried 10 yet, 10 point whatever, any version 10. She hasn't been in the car yet, but, well, she was this weekend, but we were on the highway like the whole time, so there wasn't much opportunity to use it. Yeah, she doesn't like the beta too much. So like for her Model X we did not order full self-driving because she won't really use it. She loves Autopilot. She loves base Autopilot, but none of the fancy stuff. This thing. I was just going to answer a question from Derek. Oh, here it is. When do you think we will see the wheel touch confirmations going away? Oh, I want that so bad. I have no idea. I don't know. We need the camera. Hardware 4 and new cameras. Yeah. Hardware 4 will be made in TSMC in Taiwan. Well, Hardware 3 right now is made by Samsung, if I remember correctly, so it may be Samsung. Nobody really knows, from my understanding. The Living Miracle. Chris, do you know about railroad crossings and emergency vehicle sirens? It doesn't do anything for them yet. The big thing that beta is better at in terms of the emergency vehicles thing, and you'll see it, like look at this clip right here on the right. See those parked cars? I'm pointing at this screen like you can see what I'm pointing at. Look at the graphic over here. See the parked cars? You can see it's obviously tracking them. So if it were to come across a parked car on the road, it will have a much better chance of stopping for it versus the public build, especially the radar public build. Clinton, thank you so much. I recently came across some cuts in the road painted white to notify the driver of a new stop sign change in traffic pattern. AP hard braked when it came across that. Any chance 10.1 doesn't? There's a good chance beta will handle that appropriately. I would love to test it. I don't know if you live near me at all. I would go find it. But I'm trying to understand. Some cuts in the road painted white to notify the driver. So like some lines like right in front of you, and the car braked really hard. I would guess that beta would handle that pretty well. You may still get some hard braking though, especially like if it's a new stop sign, that means it's not mapped. And even beta, if the stop sign's not mapped, it'll stop for stop signs, but it'll stop harder than the mapped ones because it's like, not expecting it, and it sees it and it's like, oh, I need to stop, and so it stops for them. But when they're mapped, it's kind of like anticipating, the stop sign, especially when you're going fast. Oh, look at this. We can stop for this pedestrian. Let's see. Yep. Look at him walk across. I love this video. Man, this screen recording thing. Thank you, Frenchie. That is just the best thing. Where's my mouse? It's gone. I can't find it. Oh, having these two monitors. There it is. Any tips becoming a beta tester? Watch the beginning of the video. I talked a lot about that. I don't want to go over it again, but yeah, watch the beginning of the video. I talked a lot about what you should do. I'm going to make a whole video about it. I was going to start tonight, but I'll probably start tomorrow night and get it up hopefully the next day. They scare women because the sudden braking. That's so bad. Hunter, I'm not sure how they would get sued for robotaxi since they've made no promises besides Elon. If those were binding, Tesla would be bankrupt. Such a good point. Yeah, I'm sure they will get sued, but if they don't bring it, but like nobody's going to win anything from that. My girlfriend doesn't like Autopilot either. The 11, does Tesla have any full-time FSD testers they pay? Yes, they do, Braden. I think there may still be job listings, but they have they're probably not called beta testers, but they're, I think, ADAS testers or something, advanced driver assistance system testers, and they're all over the country. There's some in Chicago and New York and everything, and they have cars, but I think the cars are from Tesla, and they have I don't know any of them, but they have way more like access to the car, and they record more data. So I think they're a little more valuable to Tesla than we are. Not that the current beta testers don't have value, but I think those ADAS testers have a lot more data to give. And what else was I going to say? Yeah, I'm pretty sure you can still find those job listings. Will you buy me a Tesla? Yeah, I would if I could, but nope. Can't buy Jupiter, does the internal cam work now? It does. I still have mine covered because I don't really get any benefit. If they tell me I can take my hands off the wheel, then I will uncover the camera. All right, Tesla, are you listening? That's the deal. Let me stop holding the wheel. Actually, that's not true. With beta, I don't want to stop holding the wheel. I would still hold it, but yeah, there's no benefit for me to have the camera uncovered, so why would I? Do you work for Tesla? Nope. I just really love it. I mean, I've just had such a good experience and such a good time. The whole YouTube thing started like, I've always loved YouTube, and I got my car, and I had so many questions before I got it, and even after I got it, I had so many questions, and I still to this day, I know other people do too. So my channel was not designed to be like beta channel and that's all I do. I really was sharing my experience, the good, the bad, the fun, like learning how to charge, like all the basic stuff too. But some of my most popular videos have always been my self-driving videos, and then getting this, I know everybody's interested, so getting the beta. So I'm kind of like stuck in that niche for now, but I actually think I want to change the name of my channel soon. So that might be coming, because I think I could get like some more stuff with other companies if I didn't have Tesla in my name. Meaning, especially like I live in Michigan, it'd be sweet if I could check out some of the GM and Ford EVs. Can hydrogen car beat Tesla only electric? Depends on what you're asking, but overall, no. In specific, sure. Tai, no, he doesn't work for Tesla. Samsung's fabs are pretty comparable to TSMC. Hardware 4 will be fine regardless. Yeah, no, I don't think that will matter. Dojo is TSMC. Hard to say yet on Hardware 4. The rumor from last year was Samsung. And again, Samsung makes Hardware 3, so. Quinn, when do you think Smart Summon Park are going to be fixed into 1? It sounds like 10.1. That's what Elon's been saying, but, who knows? I guess I heard a rumor that in 10, we were actually supposed to get some new sweet highway. So I don't know what you would do on the highway, but I heard we were going to get something sweet in highway, and then it got pulled like at the last second. Like the version 10 update was supposed to come out at 3 a.m., and it came out at like 4:20 a.m. I don't know. I'll just say 4:20 a.m. And my guess is that's why, because at the last second they pulled that. Do you think version 10.1 will see blinkers? I don't know. I hope so, because that's something that I would really like to see. Always order FSD. Can be removed before delivery. I guess to lock in the price, but any word on if version 10.1 highway and streets will both use Pure Vision, single stack? It sounds like it. Yep. We won't know until it's on our cars, but it sounds like it. Hardware 4 was supposed to be fabbed at Samsung. Yep. Tesla is the easiest company to sue. I'll go for it. How does it feel to be able to essentially create your own gasoline? I love it. Yeah, it's so cool. So Greenpad's asking about like my solar and having an electric car. The solar was mostly, I wouldn't say strictly, but mostly a financial decision for us, because our whole house is electric and we have an electric car, and now our second car that we're getting by the end of the year will also be electric. So it just financially made a lot of sense in the long term to have solar. But there is something satisfying about like charging. Like I love to charge my car when the sun's up. It's just so cool to like the sun's going directly in my car. So it's very liberating is a great word. It's satisfying is the word I always use. I just love it. Wow, I'm far behind, like always in the chat. What do you think about Model S Plaid that was driven underwater for a YouTube video? That is ridiculous. People have too much money. It's like, what the heck? That guy must be a billionaire. Like, how could you do that? Yeah, I didn't actually watch the full video, so I don't know what happened, but I saw a clip of it. How'd you get into the beta program? I tweeted a lot. That's my only guess. I always say I made self-driving videos for 2.5 years before beta was out of the public build. Everyone had it, but I've always loved it. Like before I got my Tesla Autopilot, I just loved it. So I was like, I want to make videos about this and test it and push it. And other people also enjoyed that. So, electric. Tesla's working on hardware 4 self-driving chip with TSMC for mass production Q4 2021. Oh, that's cool. Better retrofit me. Cynthia, in beta, does the car slow down at school signals or railroad signals, even if they aren't flashing? It does it here on regular FSD. I know that, and step on the accelerator in anticipation. Well, good job doing that. It's really hit or miss. For sometimes it'll confuse like the stop or the railroad crossing lights for stop signs. But it's pretty inconsistent. Stop it. Does ending the referral program screw up your Patreon? Yeah, Will. So I have a Patreon tier. The top tier said that I would put your referral code into the description of my videos, and the people that did it actually have gotten a few referrals, which is very cool. But Tesla just ended the referral program, and so now nobody wants to. I don't blame them. Like nobody's gonna want to be a Patreon for the 1 in a million chance somebody buys a solar roof with your referral and you get $500. Whereas like people order cars all the time, and the Patreon tier was priced appropriately, that I think even one referral, like it paid it off. And then I also send you a shirt and stuff. But pretty much nobody signed up for it until like 2 months ago was the first person to ever sign up. And so like right when people started signing up for that tier, now it's dead. So, whatever. I don't care that much, but it does mess it up. When are we going to get another video with Ben the Mod? Yeah, Ben, what's at? What's up, man? Where you at? People want you in the videos. What's your career? There you go. Ben got you there. Whereabouts do you find the most pedestrian traffic? How well does full self-driving beta cope with it? I have a full video that I did going in a square with a bunch of pedestrians. You should check that out 2 videos ago, I think. It handles it pretty well. Sometimes I don't know. It's just not that consistent. Like, I would say, I don't want to give a percentage, but most of the time it handles pedestrians really well. But sometimes it's just like comes in a little too hot for me. And I just, like, I'm sure it would stop, but there's no reason, there's no reason to scare that person. So watching the screen recording by itself is insane. I know, I love it. I would have never thought this would be a reality 5 years ago. Literally looks like a video game. I know, dude, just watching this is so cool. Now, without the context of what's happening here, it's not, I really like the context too, but man, yeah, this visualization is so sweet. What is your estimated delivery day for your Model X? When do you really think you will get it? And lastly, what is your Model X configuration? So my Model X was estimated October, but that date is gone. Configuration is white on white exterior, 7-seat, long range, standard wheels, no full self-driving. I'm going to be totally honest, I don't think I'm going to get it. I'm going to wait for the earnings call in October, and then probably in late October or November, I'm going to start shopping for used Model X's. I've been looking, and there's some, Tesla's used Model X's are way too expensive for right now. There are some dealers that have some pretty good deals. So we would consider that. We just really want a Model X, so yeah, I know, I'm pretty disappointed. I don't think I'm going to get a Refresh X. I just don't think they're going to come out. Tommy applied for the ADAS job listings, never got a reply. Do you think beta version 10.0? I answered that. Tell us how you were selected for beta. The truth. I tweeted a lot, man. I don't know what else. I keep telling people I made self-driving videos for 2.5 years. So, it's not that surprising. There were talks where, 1 talk or 2 talks where Carpathy had a screenshot from one of my videos in his talk. Now I don't think Carpathy sits there and watch my videos. That's ridiculous. But he at least Tesla's aware of the social media people. Like, we know they are. So, why cover the camera? Because it gives me no benefit. Like, why do I want them watching me? You know what I mean? Like, what if I'm like picking my nose or something, or scratching my face, or it's just kind of creeps me out, to be honest. Like, I don't want to be watched, and it gives me no benefit. So I told Tesla, like, if you want me to uncover it, I will. And they never responded. And if you give me some benefit for having it uncovered, then sounds good. That's what I'll do. Did I gotta say your name? Worthy Poo. Screen HDMI output question. Do you know if it's direct output or is processing required between the screen and HDMI? I don't know the details, but I'm pretty sure that he solders wires to the board, and then he goes to another little mini board. And another little PCB, and then that goes to the HDMI out. I think if you look at, if you've seen Chuck Cook's videos, Chuck showed he did it himself, the soldering and stuff, and he quickly showed some, like, more than you can see in mine. So I don't have an answer for you. I'm not sure, but I think there's something in between that HDMI out and the board, the main board. I'm guessing. I'm sorry, I wish I had more information. Honestly, go look at Adam. I forget his handle, but if you look at my video, it's in the description. If you just message him on Twitter, he'll probably answer you. Like, he'll probably tell you. He said he was getting messages from all over the world, so that's cool. Hunter, regarding ADAS testers, do you think public testers are kept more for PR than feedback, or is it 50-50? I never really liked the PR argument that much, because, like, if they wanted PR, they wouldn't, like, pick me. I mean, I guess now I do have a decent sized audience, but, like, they would have given it to, like, MKBHD or something, right? Like, they have good relationship with him. He has a Model S. So like, that's, like, they could have picked somebody who gets more views than me, and like, the other public testers are like, didn't have a social media presence either, right? So what is this? YouTube is messing up. Is everything okay, guys? Am I lagging? Wow, we're almost done here. Let me keep answering questions. So I know that our feedback is used. I'll give you that. Bill, I've been in early access. Wait, this person said, wow, what a fanboy. I don't know if you're talking to me or somebody else. You can clarify. Bill, I have been in the early access program for 3 years and have not been invited to test beta, but yet now they are releasing it to wider fleet. Are they skipping over my tier of VAP? Thoughts? Bill, you may be one of the first to get it after the after it goes out, like after you do your insurance algorithm thing. Dog is amazing. You may be one of the first to get it. Nobody knows. So they may not skip you. You may get it. Wow, am I that far behind? All right, I'm going to skip some of here. Eddie, do I still have... if you're a patron, Eddie, then you're in my front, dude. Heck yeah. How do you get an update for Nav? Tesla sends it. I don't know what they're waiting for. Yeah, Nav's real old. What is this? Why is this poor? What's happening here? Hold on. It says that I have bad internet connection, but I don't believe it. You guys aren't complaining, so I'm skipping a bunch of questions. Sorry. Sorry, guys. Sean Abram. Why do cars go blue on screen? Also, did you know the referral program ended a few days ago? Yeah, we talked about the end of the referral program. The blue cars is theorized to be yielding to those cars, but sometimes they turn blue like when we're not yielding to them. So either it's just making a lot of mistakes, or we don't know what it means, basically. So, this one was good, and I disengaged here totally on accident. Wait, let's look back. Hold on. Let me see real quick. How close was it? How close was it? Let's see. Check out this turn here. So that was really good, and then... we had a room. Oh, well. Jimmy, come on, man. I don't want you to be broke after this live stream. Quick filming setup summary. Considering doing Denver full self-driving videos if I get it. So, no, I don't have Starlink. I wish I did. I actually have a full video about all the equipment I use, minus the direct screen recording because I didn't have it at that time. But I have a video about the direct screen recording. So if you look, Ben, maybe you can copy paste those 2 videos, my filming setup and the direct screen recording. Because, yeah, I tell you everything, like everything you need to know, every piece of equipment I use and everything. So that should help you out a ton. And, feel free to email me. I've had people email me and ask. At the bottom of the description of every video, I have all my equipment. You don't need all that. It's just everything I use. The main things are GoPro, action camera, I should say, to put in the inside of the car. And then, honestly, like that's all you need. Like I wouldn't spend too much on the setup, especially when you're first starting out. Like get an action camera to put in the car and point it out the front. That's all you need. And like get a good mic because audio is super important and people don't always do a good job with their audio. Yeah, Jimmy, I did. You'll find it. That's one of those videos where maybe people are interested, but YouTube doesn't push it, so not a lot of people see it. Even like if you want to watch all my videos, like it won't be suggested to you. Hot Burrito, thanks for everything you do, Dirty Tesla. Keep up the good work. Thank you, Hot Burrito. Thank you for being here. I appreciate everybody watching. It's awesome. We have a lot of people, don't we? Where are we at here? Viewer activity. Oops, analytics. 645. This is ridiculous. This is actually one of my best live streams. That's not, like streaming an update or Cybertruck or something. Yeah, he's back there. Can you see him? Ari. Ari. Hey. All right, good boy. There you go. Now you can see his nose. Your dog just went to Mordor. So, yeah. I have a bunch of Shure SM7Bs. No way to put those in for mics. Yeah, well, yeah. That's a little overkill. Any update on the button? Oh, we talked all about the button. Watch the beginning of the stream. So the button should be a week from Friday. That's my guess. I'm 90% sure that's the intended date. Doesn't mean it's actually happening. I'm pretty sure it's happening. Elon has like quadrupled down on this one. Like somebody even tagged him and was like, "Oh, I always take a grain of salt on Elon's timelines," and then he responded and was like, "It will be here." Yep. Sorry, Rob. You'll have to Google that one. So I'm a little nervous, not for, ironic that Tesla fans want a button. I'm not nervous for like people getting beta. I think I've said it before. responsible drivers will be perfectly fine with beta. It's not going to do anything people don't let it do. What I'm nervous for is the button not living up to expectations, not coming out on time, only releasing it to a couple people. The other question is, like, are these people under NDA? What if you hit the button and they send it to you and they say you can't share? That could happen. So, all right, we're settling this right now. Twitter, because people are saying it's blah, blah, blah. People are saying it's this Friday. I think that I even said it was this Friday, but I think I was wrong. I'm pretty sure it's a week from Friday. So when version 10 came out, Elon said in 3 weeks, 10.1 is coming with the button. So that would be a week from Friday. Okay. Now, when 10.0.1 came out, which was a surprise to everybody, Elon said a week from Friday. I thought he said it on Thursday, but he actually said it on Friday. So that would mean a week from Friday, which would be a week from 3 days from now. Let me try to find this. September. What day did 10.0.1 come out? 17th. Oh, this guy tweets a lot. Oh my gosh. Okay, here's the tweet. Elon Musk on September 17th at 2 a.m. That is Friday. Ooh, that's my 2 a.m. though. So for him, that's 11 p.m. in California. Good feedback from Full Self-Driving Beta 10 users. 10.0.1 release rolling out now. 10.1 rolls out a week from Friday with beta request button. So it's really ambiguous. Like it could be this Friday, because for him this was Thursday at 11 p.m. Yeah. All right. It could be this Friday. We'll know Friday, but like, don't get your hopes up. Okay. Because it might be a week from this Friday, not a week from then. So not 3 days from now. His tweet was very cryptic on the actual day it was going to hit. He was in Texas. Well, there you go. So it was 1 a.m. then for him. So yeah. Okay. If he was in Texas at the time, then let's see. He didn't have his location. Come on, turn your location on. What the heck? All right. Sweet. I think I'm going to call it. Man, this was a fun stream. Thank you so much, guys. New iPhone 13. Get out of here. My GoPro's coming. My GoPro keeps freaking overheating. So my GoPro 10 coming tomorrow. Excited for that. Might change the name of the channel soon. Excited for that. I'm going to make a review of my Model Y. I've been wanting to do that for months, honestly. And between me and you, because you guys watching this and listening to this are my biggest fans for sure, I have some product reviews that, thank you, Luke, I appreciate it, that places have sent me, and they're like, hey, here's some stuff. And I'm like, oh, thanks, this is amazing stuff. And they're like, are you going to review it? And I'm like, you don't understand. If I put up a video that's not beta, everyone's going to kill me. So I'm going to do my Model Y review. I'm going to make a video about what you need to do to get Full Self-Driving Beta after the button is released. And then I'm going to do some product reviews. Stuff that I like and use, for real. So, yay, name change. Woo! Thank you, David. I'm glad you're excited about that. Yeah, we got to get Tesla out of the name. I love Tesla, and I will continue to keep loving Tesla. But I think it will open up a lot more opportunities for me if my name does not have Tesla in it, especially EVs from other companies. All right, thank you, everybody. I really, really, really appreciate talking with all of you. It's so fun. Yeah, join the Discord. Seriously, join the Discord. Thank you, Brian. I'm glad you guys enjoyed. If you have any questions that I didn't answer here, comment on the video. You know what? Here's another thing I'll tell you between me and you, because you guys are my biggest fans. I have stopped checking, not stopped, but I don't check comments as regularly on videos after they're about 2 days old, because that's when a lot of the trolls and stuff start rolling in. And like, I do not mind negative comments that are like constructive at all. You know, if someone's like, oh, that camera angle sucks or whatever, like, of course. But you start getting some like kind of personal attacks, and like people are like, oh my God, Tesla's gonna kill everybody. And it's just like not worth my time to read those comments. So if I'm not responding to your comments, first of all, I get way more than I used to, so it's a lot harder. Just email me. Email. Yeah, well, you can't have Tesla in your name. You know what I mean? Like, Tesla could shut us down. It limits your reach, I think. So anyway, send me an email, dirtyteslayt@gmail.com. DM me on Twitter, Instagram, whatever. So anyway, have fun talking with you guys. Hope you enjoyed, and see you in the next one. Later.